Welcome back to the Ultimate Gaming Debrief, where we shine a light on the stories that matter most to how you play. Forget server stability, forget weapon bloom. We are talking about the most disruptive, integrity-shattering problem in console gaming today, the cheater plague, and specifically, the dark, insidious hardware that made it possible to Cronus Zen for years. This device has been the untouchable phantom of competitive shooters, offering a pathway to cheating that was impossible for developers to stop. It granted perfect accuracy, zero recoil, and automated mechanics to players who simply plugged it in, turning legitimate console players into collateral damage. The community cried out. Other major titles looked the other way. But now, just days after the explosive launch of Battlefield 6, we have news that is shaking the foundation of the cheating underworld. The hammer has dropped. EA and Battlefield studios are actively detecting and banning Cronus Zen users, not just with temporary slaps on the wrist, but with permanent, account-ending bans. This is more than a policy change. This is a war declaration that could redefine the future of competitive console gaming. Stop whatever you're doing and listen up, because we're diving into the technological breakthrough that made this possible, the panic gripping the cheater communities, and why this moment is Battlefield 6's most important victory yet. When you're done, hit the comments and tell us, are we finally safe from the Zen masters? Unpacking the Cronus Zen thread will understand the magnitude of this alleged ban wave. You have to understand the Cronus Zen itself. This isn't software. It's not some random PC script you download from a shady forum. It is a physical, black box USB device that acts as a translator, sitting between your controller, your console, or PC. It's the ultimate layer of disappointment. Since it's hardware, it bypasses traditional software-based anti-cheat measures like Easy Anti-Cheat or Ricochet. The console your PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series 10 sees a regular, legitimate controller plugged in. But inside that black box, the Cronus Zen is doing the devil's work. It runs things called scripts or macros. Imagine programming your controller to execute a complex series of inputs perfectly, hundreds of times a second. That's what a script does. The most infamous results include, this is the big one. Every weapon in Battlefield 6 has a specific recoil pattern. A Zen script instantly applies counter-recoil inputs in the opposite direction, making the gun fire like a laser beam. The player doesn't even have to try, automatically converting semi-automatic weapons into fully automatic beasts with perfect timing. On consoles, the device can manipulate the stick input just enough to exploit the game's existing aim assist features, making the crosshair magnetically lock onto the target in a way no human player can replicate. The result? Players with a Zen could effortlessly melt opponents with inhuman accuracy, distorting the entire metagame and crushing the competitive integrity of crossplay. For years, the cheating discourse focused almost entirely on PC hackers with aimbots. The Cronus Zen quietly shifted the goalposts, establishing the console as a new, virtually impenetrable cheating haven. The developers at Battlefield Studios and, by extension, knew this was a critical line in the sand. Battlefield 6 is the franchise's hopeful return to form, allowing it to be overrun by Zen users, as other major FPS games have, would be a death sentence. The game simply wouldn't survive on console, with every close quarters fight felt like. And this is where the story takes a fascinating turn. In the lead up to the launch, developers openly admitted they were collaborating with both Sony PlayStation and Microsoft Xbox on a specialized macro detection layer. This was unprecedented. For too long, the platform holders treated the Zen as a benign third-party controller adapter, washing their hands of the cheating issue. But the sheer commercial pressure from a flagship title like Battlefield 6 seems to have forced a technological partnership. This new detection system is likely not looking for the device itself, since the Cronus is designed to emulate a standard controller. Trying to block the USB signal is a fool's errand. Instead, the detection must be focusing on player behavior telemetry. Think of it like an AI watching every single player's input stream. Does this player have literally zero deviation in their crosshair placement, even when firing a high recoil LMG? Are they executing a drop shot or a specific recoil pattern with millisecond precision every single time, without fail? Aim assist manipulation is the game's internal aim assist logic being triggered in a way that is chemically impossible for a human thumbstick to replicate. By analyzing the output of the cheater, not the hardware they are using, Battlefield Studios has found the Achilles heel of the Cronus Zen. This new behavioral anti-cheat is what is reportedly triggering the bans, screenshots, warnings, and the cheater meltdown moment this system went live. The effects were immediate and dramatic. Social media exploded with screenshots of banned messages from players who had clearly been caught red-handed. The warnings ranged from a 3-day suspension for a first offense to the ultimate penalty, a permanent hardware-level ban stating the account had been disabled for using third-party input manipulation. But the most sensational piece of evidence comes from within the Cronus Zen community itself. Reports have surfaced that major script developers and moderators on dedicated cheater forums and Discord servers are now issuing urgent panic warnings to their users. Pause usage. Do not use in Battlefield 6 until further notice. This is the nuclear option. A prominent cheat maker essentially telling their paying customers to stop using the product because the risk of a ban is now too high. This is a level of developer success we have not seen in years against a hardware cheat. It confirms that the anti-cheat system in Battlefield 6 is performing at a level that even the creators of the cheats cannot currently bypass. The cheaters are scrambling. They are now working overtime to figure out what data point the game is looking for. Is it the movement of the analog stick? Is it the rate of fire? Is it the speed of a specific button press? This move forces the cheaters to play a costly game of cat and mouse, which is exactly what a healthy anti-cheat environment should be. The tables have turned. The cheaters are now on the defense. Why this ban wave matters. This Battlefield 6 anti-cheat breakthrough is a major moment for the entire gaming industry, far beyond the scope of a single title. It proves a few crucial points. The concept of the untouchable hardware cheat is now fundamentally challenged. This sets a precedent for every other major competitive game, from Call of Duty to Apex Legends and Rainbow Six Siege, to demand the same level of cooperation from console manufacturers. The console space has been viewed as the clean alternative to the hacker-infested PC landscape. The Cronus Zen shattered that illusion. If he can keep this up, the console ecosystem can genuinely return to being a place of fair play. After the disastrous launch states of several recent FPS titles, Battlefield Studios and EA are showing that they are not just talking about competitive integrity. They are investing their own unique technology to enforce it. This is a powerful, proactive signal to the millions of honest players who simply want a fair fight. This is the beginning of a long, sustained war. The developers of the Zen will work day and night to create a new script that flies under the radar. But for now, for this glorious moment in gaming history, the honest players have won a decisive battle. The sound of a perfect kill is once again the sound of skill, not a programmable script. We have never been closer to genuine fair play in the modern FPS space. This is a victory for the honest player, a crushing defeat for the cheaters, and a roadmap for the entire industry. Keep your eyes on the battlefield, because the new era of competitive integrity starts now. We'll see you on the next debrief. Hello everyone. The Battlefield 6 community is in shock after a wave of controversy surrounding the use of Cronus Zen devices, those little adapters that give cheaters unfair advantages like no recoil and perfect aim. Players are furious, claiming the battlefield has turned into a playground for hackers, while developers insist new detection systems are cracking down hard. Reports say bans are already rolling out, but the drama is only heating up as some accused innocent players are being caught in the crossfire with trust and competitive play on the line. This scandal is exploding across forums and social media. Stay tuned, because this war is far from over.